Hi, this is Mark Eldridge with the American Anglican Council, and I want to welcome you to this vital moment in church revitalization. Have you ever noticed that the most common answer that we Christians give to the question of how are you doing is the word fine? We say all the time, someone says, how are you doing? We say, I'm fine, fine, everything's fine. We put a smile on our face and we say, fine. Whether it's true or not, it's just something we throw out there and say. Most of the time, we're not fine. My uncle always referred to the word fine as the Christian, quote, F word, because it's most of the time not true. And we use it to just kind of cover over the struggles that we actually are facing and don't want to talk about. But the church is always supposed to be more of a hospital for sinners than a hotel for sanctified saints that have it all together. The church is always supposed to be this community of faith, of people who are followers of Jesus, who are gathered together to be loved by Him and one another and to belong, where we can find comfort and healing and transformation and care. And so that's one of the reasons God has provided us the church. And it's vital for a church to be healthy to make sure that every single person in the church feels like they belong and know they belong and are loved and are cared for. And that's always true for any church at any time. But I think it's even more true now as COVID-19 and this strange year of 2020 continues to drag on. We've got people in our churches, I'm sure there's people in your local church, sheep in God's fold, who are feeling even more isolated than ever before, who are struggling with loneliness and depression. I know of one faithful believer who got so isolated who committed suicide during this COVID crisis. It's just horrible. And no doubt there's people in your congregation struggling. So in this video, I just want to point out the obvious, something you already know is true and important, which is to, as a local church, to make sure that every single member of your church is being cared for, has that sense of authentic community where they really are being known and not forgotten. And so just encourage you to keep asking the question, how can we in our church keep going or be even better at making sure every single member is cared for? Nobody slips through the cracks, even in this difficult time of 2020. And no doubt you're feeling fatigued. If you're in church leadership right now, you're probably feeling fatigued right now as well. This is a very difficult time for all of us, and you're busy doing so many things. So I just want to encourage you with this word from Galatians chapter 6, verses 9 and 10, where it says, "And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. So then, as we have opportunity, let us do good to everyone, and especially those who are in the household of faith." Well, I want to encourage you to keep up the good work. We're praying for you, those of you out on the front lines. So God bless you, and then we'll see you on our next Vital Moment.